You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
3 developments this week force a strategic review of your Korea operations. Samsung posted 89.4 trillion won in quarterly operating profit. The AI memory supercycle just outran every forecast. Samsung also started mass production of next-generation AI storage chips, tightening its grip on the entire AI memory stack. Seoul finalized a sweeping ESG disclosure mandate that pulls over 3,000 companies into supply chain carbon reporting by 2032. And the government is fast-tracking LNG power plants to keep chip clusters running, a signal of how tight Korea's energy math has become. It's Thursday, July 9th. Let's look at a business story shaping corporate Korea. Samsung's earnings beat came as AI data center demand pushed prices for both DRAM and NAND sharply higher this quarter. The company's total AI memory strategy, leading in HBM and now expanding into AI-grade SSDs, is designed to capture margin across the entire chip stack. At the same time, regulators tightened ESG disclosure rules and accelerated LNG permitting, both aimed at keeping Korea's industrial base competitive as AI investment accelerates. Here's what the numbers show. Samsung posted 89.4 trillion won, roughly $64 billion in operating profit this quarter, landing within about 1 trillion won of the market's own forecast. Samsung started mass production of its PM1763 AI SSD this week, doubling data transfer bandwidth over the prior generation. HBM prices are tracking 70 to 100% higher than last year, while AI server NAND prices rose more than 70% quarter-on-quarter. The global AI SSD market is projected to reach $154 billion, about 233 trillion won next year, a 6-fold jump in 12 months. Seoul's finalized ESG rule sets the disclosure threshold at 5 trillion won in consolidated assets, pulling in 157 companies directly and over 3,000 subsidiaries. Companies above 10 trillion won in assets face the requirement starting the 2027 fiscal year, with supply chain emissions reporting following in 2032. A 1 to 2 gigawatt LNG cluster near the chip hub in Korea's southwest is fast-tracked for permits, targeting commercial power within 3 to 5 years. New nuclear builds in Korea take nearly 14 years end-to-end, compared with 3 to 5 years for LNG once permits clear. So what does this mean for global companies with operations or supply chains in Korea? Earlier, we said the AI memory supercycle just outran forecasts, that pricing power gives Samsung and its supply partners room to lock in longer contracts before the next capacity wave lands. Boards with Korea-based manufacturing should treat the 2027 disclosure deadline as a data infrastructure build, not a compliance afterthought, given the lead time Scope 3 reporting actually requires. And any facility weighing power security in Korea's chip corridor should factor LNG in as the near-term bridge, since new nuclear capacity won't arrive before the mid-2030s. That's today's AI Prism. CEOs. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a Won IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.